Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2926 Southeast 81st Avenue here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home, off to the right of the front doorway. We have a 3-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. Alright, transitions over to concrete pipe right here. It looks like we do have a pretty good sized hole in the bottom of the line there. We'll have another look at that on the way out when the line's drained out. Looks like here at about 20 feet out, they're extremely small, little tiny root strand poking out of the joint there. I'll try and locate that here in a minute. I don't know what exactly would be intruding the line. There's other than grass and weeds. I don't see any trees out here. It's a tiny little root. So anyway, it's nothing that's affecting the flow. I'm here at 44 feet. We have reached the main lateral. I'm going to do locates really quick just to verify we're in the street. Alright, located the camera head successfully out in the middle of the street on 81st. Alrighty, let the line drain out here. With the water out of there, we should have a better look at everything. You can see in the flow line area, the aggregate rock is starting to show through. And we'll go back here, now that the line's drained out, we'll be able to verify that was a hole there right at the beginning of the line. It certainly looked like it. But if you have a hole wearing in the sewer line there, that can indicate the rest of the concrete pipe is also getting into an eggshell condition. Concrete does wear out over time. The mortar wears out between those aggregate rocks and it will start thinning. So it's one of those types of pipe that at some point generally has to get updated. And the nice part about this concrete line is it drains out very nicely throughout the entire thing. There's a little tiny bit of standing water, but it's nothing significant at all. It's a great candidate to do a pipe liner on, and that you can do without having to dig up a single hole. We do have this little tiny root coming through here. I'll locate just to see where it's at. Alright, located this spot here where we have it. It's the tiniest little root I've ever seen. Obviously, it's small currently. There's a couple other small ones going up the side there. This can indicate, though, that we have the start of a root intrusion. This is not necessarily an established root that's going to stop growing. It could get larger with time. So currently it's obviously not affecting the flow at all, but it's something that could, given time to grow. It's kind of hard to say. There is a small tree about 8 feet or so away from it. It looks like a brand new little tree. So it's possible it's from that. The line here is about 8 feet deep, so it seems awfully far away for a little tree like that to get to, but it is certainly possible. And it could be from an old tree or something that was cut down, and the roots are still staying alive in the sewer pipe there. But not something that needs to be repaired right at this moment. But I would definitely keep an eye on it, because that can, if it's a new root, can get much larger very quickly. And we're approaching the transition here from cast iron to concrete. The aggregate rock back here is showing through even more. There's kind of a straight, stringy looking item going straight down the left side of the pipe. It's really difficult to say what that is. I don't have the best view of it. It looks like braided cotton. I think that's the string from a tampon, most likely. But when the concrete starts wearing thin, though, you sometimes can get roots that will come right through the sidewall of the pipe. Okay, and that definitely appears to be a hole there in the sewer line. So I'm going to locate right here. I'll mark with a white X. This is just going to be a couple feet in front of the clean out here in the bark dust. I'll mention the depth and location here in just a moment. I definitely recommend a repair on this one for multiple reasons. You're losing water out through that into the ground, which can flow right back into your crawl space, get sewage into there, and it's just it's an issue. You're losing water flow and everything else. So you need to get this spot right here repaired. We have the root intrusion that's out at about 20 feet. That's right smack dab under the middle of the sidewalk at 8 feet deep. So you have a couple different issues going on here. Again, the root doesn't necessarily need to be repaired right at this moment, as it's not affecting the flow. But you've got a couple different issues going on here. When you see holes start wearing in the concrete pipe like this, this can indicate the rest of the pipe is becoming thin, and you could have this kind of issue persist in the future with holes wearing into the sewer line. So it would be an ideal time to do an update on the pipe, and I would recommend doing a pipe liner rather than trenching it up. Pipe liner would be a good way to go. But get bids on both repair processes to see which is more cost effective. Okay, I'm just going to reel the camera out now. I just located this spot here. Again, it's just in front of the clean out here by 2 feet or so. The counter is probably generally off by about 6 inches to a foot. So anyway, it's marked with a white X. We're at 2 feet deep on the it's about 2 feet 5 inches deep here. Not terribly hard to get to. First and foremost, this is what I would recommend getting repaired in the immediate because of the hole there in the line. The root intrusion at 20 feet is one that you can wait on, but I would definitely keep an eye on it by doing rescopes every so often to see if it's growing or not. But this would be the ideal time to do a full update to the concrete section on property. Once you hit in Multnomah County, from curb to curb is the city's responsibility. So what would be updated is from the clean out, or about 2 feet in front of that, out to the street curb area. And I would recommend doing a liner on it at this point, just because you've got two different issues going on in the line with the root and the hole, and the unknown of how thin that concrete's getting. So it's the best time to do it. Apart from that, though, the line itself drains out very nicely. It's got proper slope and grade throughout. So the line is functioning at this time, but some attention is needed here on a couple different things.